Israel vowed to respond to Iran's attack. Security guard shot dead by off-duty cop. 311 murders reported since the start of the year, while a service station is held up by 5 gunmen. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Israel has vowed to respond to Iran's attack on Saturday and is considering its next step. Tehran launched more than 350 missiles and drones at Israel in what is said was retaliation for a strike on its consulate in Syria. The UK, along with the US, France, and Jordan, helped shoot down the missiles and drones which were fired at Israel. And now Israel is facing growing pressure from allies to show restraint and avoid an escalation of conflict in the Middle East. But of course, Israel Prime Minister is now considering how to respond to Iran's weekend missile and drone attack, even though President Biden is urging him to stand down and not to fire back and cause any further escalation. But some people love war, especially when they are not at the battlefront. A higgler at the Falmouth Square in Trelawney was charged with breaches of the Dangerous Drug Act after she was reportedly held with ganja on Saturday night. She's 48-year-old Nicole MacDonald, a food vendor from Martha Bray in the parish. MacDonald is charged with possession and dealing in ganja. She was offered station bail and will appear in the Trelawney Parish Court in Clarkstown on May 29 of this year. Reports are that around 9:50 p.m., police searched a food stall McDonald operated in the square and found two transparent plastic bags, each containing loose vegetable material resembling ganja. The two parcels had a total weight of 1 pound. McDonald was then taken into custody and subsequently charged. And we're trying to figure out what is wrong with these police. Why won't they leave the poor people ganja alone? The government needs to make up their mind and pass a law to stop arresting the poor people who sell ganja, because the rich ones are granted license selling it in stores and even exporting it, making millions of dollars. The St. James Police Division has now recorded a 9% drop in murders for the first quarter in 2020, building on the success made last year. At the same time, police are increasing their efforts to ensure that Montego Bay, the second city, is appropriately guarded and policed. Superintendent Aaron Samuels, the recently appointed leader of the St. James Police, delivered an overall overview at Thursday's monthly meeting of the St. James Municipal Corporation. He said their efforts are now bearing fruit with the seizure of quite a few weapons. He said over the past 2 weeks, 9 illegal firearms were seized during operations in various sections of St. James. A security guard was shot dead by an off-duty policeman early Sunday in St. Thomas. Reports are that the guard was embroiled in a fight with another man around 5 in the morning when the policeman intervened. And it's alleged that the security guard attacked the policeman with a knife. The policeman retaliated by shooting the guard several times. He was rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The deceased has only been identified as a 21-year-old employee of a security firm of Dalvey in the parish. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, is now probing the matter. A man was shot dead while doing construction work at a house on Panton Lane in Old Harbour, St. Catherine on Saturday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as 21-year-old Tyrone Roberts, otherwise called Gongo Man, from Marley Acres in Old Harbour. Reports indicate that about 3 p.m. Roberts was doing construction work when residents heard loud explosions. Residents then summoned the police, who found Roberts lying on the ground with what appeared to be gunshot wounds. He was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital but was later pronounced dead, and no motive has been established for the killing, the police said. Meanwhile, according to the latest crime statistics, Jamaica has now recorded more than 300 murders since the start of the year. The Jamaica Constabulary Force latest serious crime statistics show that as of April 13, there have been 311 murders recorded across the 19 police divisions, and this represents a 14% decline, or 50 fewer murders compared to last year. The St. James Division has so far recorded the highest number of murders with 41, followed by St. Catherine South with 29, Westmoreland 28, St. Andrew South 25, St. Anne 21, and Clarendon 21. Portland has the fewest murders with only 2 reports. Shooting are up 3% and robberies are up 1% when compared to the corresponding period of 2023. Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, the chief of the St. Anne Police, said that there has been a recent uptick in domestic-related homicides in the parish, which has contributed to the division's overall increase in murders this year. SSP Powell voiced worry to St. Anne locals at a weekend celebration that too many domestic conflicts are resulting in fatal violence. He said since the beginning of this year, there were 21 reported killings. SSP Powell also urged residents of St. Ann to desist from carrying out mob killings, especially against persons caught stealing livestock. Several mob killings have been recorded in St. Ann over the last several months. Still in St. Ann, the St. Ann detectives are hoping to make an early breakthrough in their investigations in an armed robbery at Scott's service station in Golden Grove on the weekend. The attack reportedly left several employees shaken. According to reports, about 8:15 on Saturday evening, a white Toyota Probox pulled up at the service station, and it's understood that five masked men, all armed with handguns, alighted the car and went into the establishment. They proceeded to rob employees of the day's sale. A watchman was also robbed of his mobile phone and other personal items, and while making their escape, the hoodlums opened fire, damaging a bus park on the compound. Investigators said that no employee was wounded. Onto sports, Progressive FC defeated UJAMA 3-0 to win their second Portland Western Union Major League at Cotter Park recently. Progressive with goals from Antwain Wilson in the 47th minute, Ashani Higgins in the 49th, and O'Brien Reed in the 90+4 ended a 25-year title drought. Progressive head coach Peter Peart said he's looking forward to the next stage, which is Tier 2 level football. Tier 2 level football is the feeder zone from which the first and the second place team qualify to play in the Premier League. And if you ever miss the news on this station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bounce. I gone.